I excited about the word God put in my heart today. A subject that we all like and we all need, the joy of the Lord. It's amazing in the Bible how many people, well, the most unlikely people, who praise God in the most unlikely places. One was Jehoshaphat. Do you remember in 2 Chronicles 20 how there was an instruction that the choir should go out before the battle, in front of the army? The choir should go out and sing praises. I wonder how many people would complain if they weren't in that choir. But then what about David? He was in a cave. Saul, an enemy of David, was at the entrance of the cave. And right in the midst of controversy, David just broke out and poured his heart out to God, and he spoke praises to God before there was ever a victory. Maybe that's a good word for somebody. If you are looking for a victory in your life, maybe you need to begin by praising God. When you invade and enter God's presence with praise, God then will enter your life with power. What a good point that is. Then what about Paul? Paul was in prison. I don't know if you know this or not. There are 3 prison epistles in the New Testament: Ephesians, Philippians, and Colossians. Those are known as prison epistles. Paul wrote those from a prison. But I like to focus on the book of Philippians. Philippians was written from a prison, yes. But the theme of Philippians is what interested me. The theme of Philippians is joy, and that's what I'm talking about today. That's what God told me to talk to you about, the joy of the Lord. 19 times in the book of Philippians, you will read the words joy, rejoicing, or gladness. Those three words are mentioned 19 times in 4 chapters. That's how I know the theme of the book is joy. But then, how do we have joy? Well, the answer is in the book also, because in the book of Philippians, it uses the word mind, think, and remember. 16 times in the book you will read those words: mind, think, or remember. Could that be the key to victory if you want to have joy? You see, things happen to us. Things just happen. And they enter into our mind. Let's say they enter into our head. And what we must be careful that they don't enter into our heart. Because Proverbs tells us that the issues of life flow out of the heart. You may be in the worst place today, but that does not mean it has to affect your joy, unless you permit it. For as a man thinketh in his heart, Solomon said in Proverbs 23 verse 7, he is. You see, Satan is a thief. He wants to come and steal, kill, and destroy. And what he targets is what can do the most damage. Do you know, if Satan can steal your joy, that can damage you. Do you know why? Nehemiah 8 verse 10. The joy of the Lord is our strength. There it is. Satan knows where your strength lies, and it is in the joy of the Lord. Nothing will drain you as complaining. Complain and remain, or praise and be raised. Satan wants to come and steal your joy. And if he can steal your joy, he can rob you of the goods that God has given to you. I have come by today with a simple message. Don't let anyone steal your joy. Don't let anything rob you of your joy. For the joy of the Lord is your strength. You may be in the worst place, but don't forget Jehoshaphat. Don't forget David. And don't forget Paul. Paul was in a prison, but it did not stop his joy. Don't let anyone, anything rob you of your joy. Well, then how can it happen? Think on these things, the things that will bring you victory. For as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he.